Happy Hump Day. Phil Lindemann with your midday news on Krystal 93. Longtime county manager Scott Vargo is leaving Summit County for the city of Golden. After 24 years with the county, Vargo's last day is September 12th. There's no interim manager yet. Meanwhile, the county manager of Summit County, Utah, could soon be town manager in Frisco. Town hiring panels recently picked Tom Fisher of Utah for the job. Council will make the offer official later this month. Town of Breckenridge fears it could be losing more than 1 in 4 employees by end of this year. Council heard the latest turnover report at this week's meeting, showing employees in their 30s are most likely to leave. The police department has lost 8 officers already this year. Over in Frisco, Council was reviewing new employment benchmarks last night. Interim town manager Diane McBride.
90% of maximum staffing in all departments. That one is, it's a little challenging to wrap our arms around that, right? Kind of what does that really look like? Does that include seasonal staffing?
Councilman Andy Held says a hiring quota is the wrong sort of benchmark.
By no means, I would think, do any of us think that department heads should just be like, I have to fill jobs to meet my quota.
Wages, benefits, and housing are the best ways to keep good employees, they believe. Frisco is playing damage control over new EPA rules, which say the town's drinking water is tainted with forever chemicals. The EPA says these forever chemicals, or PFAS, should be undetectable in drinking water. The previous limit was 70 parts per trillion. That's like 70 drops of detergent and enough dishwater to fill a string of railroad cars 10 miles long. Today, Frisco says the town has closed the only well with detectable forever chemicals, up to 34 parts per trillion. 120 water systems statewide break these new limits, including Dillon, Dillon Valley, East Dillon, and Silverthorne, none higher than 10 parts per trillion. Breckenridge is bending the rules just a little bit to make sure Summit Public Radio does not go dark again. Town Council last night approved digging on 230 feet of open space for a new power line to the public radio transmitter on Mount Baldy. The transmitter was off air most of last month. But disturbing open space does take an act of law, and Breckenridge wrote an ordinance to let it happen on that site only. CDOT is pulling a wrecked semi-truck from Glenwood Canyon today. Eastbound I-70 at the canyon is closed through this afternoon, 4 p.m. until later. Westbound lanes stay open. Local fire danger remains moderate today, with no fire restrictions here in Summit. In sports, the Rockies beat the Padres at home last night, 5-3. Today, the Rockies face the Padres again in about 1 hour at 1:10. And in local sports, brought to you by Cassandra Schultz and Associates with American Family in Dillon. Today in North Breck is the brand new Swan River Rampage mountain bike race. First waves start at 5:45, riding out of Good Times on Tiger Road to the Colorado Trail, Westridge, Muggins Gulch, and more. On-site registration opens at 4 at Good Times. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.